All right, there, ladies and gentlemen. The next triangular prism that we're going to take a look at is the right triangular prism. So when we start to unfold this particular shape and lay everything down flat, it's still a triangular prism. So there's still going to be the five sides, and the shapes that make that prism up are still going to be the same. It's still going to be two triangles and three rectangles. The nice thing about the right triangular prisms is that getting the area for a triangle is going to be a lot easier because the height is actually going to be one of the edges that make up one of the sides. So for this particular example, we're going to make this triangle right here the front side. So that shape is still a triangle for the front. So base times height for this little guy is going to be 3 times 4. So that would be 12, but since it's a triangle side, it's going to be divided by 2, so it's going to be 6. And with triangular prisms, the triangles should be the same exact thing. So this over here is 3, so that makes this side over here 3, or that edge. The height of it is 4, so it's still 4 over here. So it's still 3 times 4 divided by 2, and that's going to give you 6. So if this triangle right here was the front, that would make the rectangle over here the left side. So for this rectangle, we got to do height times width here. So that's 4 times, we got to get that measurement from over here, 8. So that's going to be 4 times 8 for that. So that's going to give us an area of 32 for the left side. All right, the right side is actually going to be the ramp of the triangular prism here. So that one is 6 times 8. So that'll be 48 for that one. And then the bottom, it has a little width of 3 and that width of 8. So 3 times 8 is going to be 24. And just like that, you got all of the sides calculated. Now you just got to add them all up to get your total surface area. So when you add all those up, you're going to get 116 yards cubed. All right, and just like what we did with the other triangular prisms, I'll take a quick look at the 4 that you guys are going to work on your own and just help you out with what the sides are. So again, because these are right triangular prisms, one of the edges is going to be the height. So for this triangle right here, if that's the front side, this side over here is going to be the back. All right, the other triangle is going to be considered the back, which means this rectangle right here is going to be the left. The ramp part of the triangle right here is going to be, I'm sorry, the triangular prism is going to be the right side, and then the rectangle on the bottom is going to be the bottom. And for number 6 here, if this triangle right here is the front, this triangle back here is going to be the back side. This time the ramp over here is going to be considered the left side, and this rectangular side over here is going to be considered the right side, and this rectangular base right here is going to be the bottom. All right, the next two are where the perspectives kind of change a little bit. So you're viewing it from this side coming from over here. So now for number 7 here, if the ramp part is the front, that means the rectangle over here is going to be considered the back, which means this triangle right here is going to be considered the left, and this triangle over here is going to be considered the right. And then the rectangle on the base right there is going to be the bottom. And for this one, you have this large rectangular piece going to be considered the front, almost like a big flat screen TV. And the ramp part is actually going to be considered the back now for this particular triangular prism because of the perspective. So if that's the front, the rectangular part is the back, that means this triangle over here is going to be the left, and this triangle over here is going to be the right. And this rectangle on the base is going to be your bottom. All right, so you guys give these 4 a shot. Any problems or questions, email Ms. Coleman and myself, and we will be more than happy to help you guys out in any way that we can. And I will see you for the last shape and the last example that we will take a look at with this one. Cylinders.